How's it going, everybody? Once again, it's the doctor, the witch doctor, and I am in. And I know, I feel like one of these kids that you tell them, get your hair out of your eyes. but we went to Mustang Island, which is out on the Gulf of Mexico. And we stayed out there for several hours. And of course, got a little too much sun. So now it's starting to mellow out a little bit, but my cheeks are getting red. And so that was fun. And then tonight, I rode my bike down on Shoreline Drive, and you look out over the Corpus Gulf, and it was a little misty tonight, but it was really neat. It was very cool. And so I'm getting here a little bit later than I would ordinarily have. But anyway, things are going great here in Texas. And I don't care what they tell you on the news. Shit is not that bad in Texas. It's not like people are running amok and, hey, Joanne's here. Uh they're not running amok. They're not, the National Guard's not out. There's really nothing extraordinary going on here in Texas. So if they're telling you that there is, it's really probably not true. So I'm trying to get Joanne's comment to show up. There we go. Joanne's here. So anyway, I've been looking at this numerology book, and because I like divination. I like trying to see the future. um oh my god, gonna get a big snowstorm. No more snow. Fridge. Oh no, that's terrible, honey. I feel so bad for you. I really do. Because it was like 80 some odd degrees here today and not super sunny. So it was like doable because the sun didn't like beat down on you, and want to kill you. But it was and it was nice and warm. So that was good. So I rode my bike out to the, I hate you. Well, I love you, dear. And we could talk about that too. How you can surround someone in a bubble of love, and you can mentally send it to them. And it's just that feeling of being at peace and being loved. You put that little pink bubble. That's what I have, is a pink bubble. My cousin has a hologram. He has a hologram that he puts around them. So whatever you choose. Maybe you want to encase them in a nice watermelon of love. I don't know. It's the principle. It's the idea of it, that you're surrounding this person with love and good intent and good feelings. Um, and they actually will benefit from that. It's like sending someone some good thoughts. Witches do it all the time for each other. Send me good vibes because I'm healing, or I'm trying to get this job, or whatever the thing might be. You send good vibes to them that'll work out for them the way they hope it will, or that they'll heal. You can send healing over the waves. I really think it might have to do with vibrations too. Because plants can communicate with each other. And even plants, they put a little tiny electrode on the plant, and it showed that the plant kind of sings a song, and the bee hears the song and comes and drinks the nectar from that flower and changes its song so that the other bees know that it already gave up its stuff. Isn't that weird? I mean, when you think about that, doesn't it make you go, wow, there's nothing that's really a coincidence. It's all about vibration, you know? And it's so important to keep our vibrations high, for us to be able to do the things that we want to do in life. We can't get stuck in that negative pattern. So, but numerology, back to numerology, it's just something that you can use, and you can look up, there's charts for it and stuff, because you take like the letters of your name, and you then there's a chart in here. I was taught to number the letters 1 through 26, because that's how many are in the Julie Ann, 1 through 26, and then you add those up. But it can only ever be a number that is a single digit number. So you keep adding, like if you had 23, you'd add 2 and 3 to come up with 5. So that's how that worked. And so that's how I did the original chart. But then there's another chart in here, and it kind of groups them together, the letters, so that you can come up with your destiny number, I guess it would be called. Oh, here's the little chart right here. And it shows you the, this way. It shows, if you wanted to screen save it, you can. That the numbers and letters correspond to a different number. And then what you do is you use the letters in your name and you add it all up. And it can tell you your destiny. And, I'm a number 9. And it was fairly accurate, really. So, and hello, Julianne. So nice to have you here. I'm always glad that you guys come visit me on Monday night. We were going to have Jessie this week because she's down here from Iowa visiting with her daughter, Alex. And she was going to tell you about her past life or her near-death experience, which is really cool. Oh, yeah, numerologist.com, free numerology site. Yep, can tell you a lot. I'm in a lucky, nice place, where like spirituality and divination are encouraged. And so I have a lot of reference books right now, to work from. And it's so great. And it's just really interesting. I got, I probably got I do. Julianne, you'll know what this is. This way. There we go. The Rosicrucian Bible. Yeah, I got that sitting right here. As well as this is Emmett Fox. He's good. Around the Year with Emmett Fox. So this guy's a pretty good author as well. And then the numerology book is by Norman Shine. It's probably been out for Coon's age, this one here, but it's good. It's good information. So, oh yeah, you should read The Rosicrucian. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's just a good book, to read. Now, whether, you can apply it to your own life or whatever, but I still recommend people read. Like, even like my friend Jessie, she reads different Bibles, because some Bibles have books that the regular old, crazy king version doesn't have, like the Ethiopian Bible. It has all the original books of the Bible. So that's kind of interesting. And I have yet to read that, but I'd like to. And then of course my tarot book, it's just general. You'll see this in the bookstore. No, you won't. I did that. I embellished my tarot book because it was starting to fall apart. So but yes, and then I was going to talk a little bit about chakras too. And that because you can, but you know what? I'm going to save chakras for another show. Psych. If there's some specific question that you have, that's great. Otherwise, I'll save chakras for another show when hopefully I can get Dr. Ben on here, and maybe he can fill us in more about chakras. So, because he's I think he got his Reiki mastery. So, and he can teach it and stuff. So, I thought that was fairly exciting. Would either of you ladies care to have a reading? Oh, wait, I forgot to talk about one divination thing. But go ahead, talk amongst yourselves. Just kidding. It's the I Ching. The I Ching. This is really a cool book. Even if you don't do the symbols and get your hey, Jennifer Lee, all right, how you doing? Even if you don't get do the symbols, just read through the book of their meaning, and it's kind of like it's cool, and it does give you some insight. And especially if you do the reading, you throw the coins. What you do is you throw coins, and you throw 3 coins. Read Louis Hayes, The Correlation Between Emotion and Physical. Well, there is a good correlation between emotional and physical ailments. Yes. when I'm not doing the right things, I start to feel ill. And I mean, physical, physically ill when things are not going right. Something's not right. Like, all day yesterday, I felt like crap, but I was really on what I considered a tough decision to make. And so I made that decision and I feel much better today, which tells me that I made the correct choice. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. If I feel shitty, and you can never, you can't say to yourself, I'm sick. Because then you know what? That's a manifest right there. Say to yourself, I'm okay, but tomorrow I think I'll be better. So, you may not feel well and just nurse yourself, do the right thing, do the things will care for your body, not drink wine, but you should drink lots of water. You should have, you know, fresh air, and you should have good food. Nurse yourself back to health. Um, and so, if you're doing the right things and you're thinking the right thoughts, your physical comes along with it. It really does. Healing or resting when my body is sick. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it, Jennifer. To say you're healing. And yeah, because, you may not feel up to par. And so you're just spending a day healing. That's a good thing. I love that. I'm going to remember that because that's a great way to put it. You don't ever want to fall, into that sick mentality, that sickness mentality. It's easy to do, especially if you fall ill, and you really are ill and you have to go to a hospital, or you break a bone or whatever it is. You fall into that sickness model, but you have to just keep yourself from staying there, and just say every day, I'm healing. Tomorrow's going to be even better, and really put yourself on that road to healing. My cousin who has had brain cancer, he tells himself every day he's healing, and yeah. Yes, disease manifests as in the physical. So yeah, when your mind is not at peace, your body will follow. And that's kind of what it is. And you can be right, Joanne. Sometimes it is self-pity. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's a traumatic experience, or sometimes it's like even as a child, like you notice that you got more attention when you were sick. And so then it sets you up to be the sick person all the time. My mother, I'm talking about my mom. Love you, Ma. But from the time she was a child, she was always the sick one. So in any given circumstance, she would be the sick one on vacations, on, the regular, anytime, she took a laundry list of medications when she died, you know, she was on this laundry list of medications. And so, I would urge everyone to just not be the sick person. Be the healing person. Be the one that, snaps back from anything, and try and stay out of the freaking doctor's office if you can. Because I'll tell you what, MDs make you clients, they make you customers, not, wellness, not well. They're not looking to cure you. They don't care if they cure you, because if they don't, they're going to make more money. And I'm so out of the whole allopathic way. And I realize there's a couple of medications I really need. And maybe when other people are in their 60s, or like, say, for example, my friend Dylan's a type 1 diabetic. He needs his insulin. Those are things that you really um, could be overcome. I'm not going to say they can't, but it would take a lot of work and diligence. And for some people, they hit a physical barrier. Um, and so I understand that. But until you hit that physical barrier, there's a lot of things you can do that are found in nature, for Christ's sakes, that you can heal yourself. You got, itchy skin or a cold or whatever it is. 9 times out of 10, you're going to find your own cure in your own backyard. And it's crazy. Even cancer, like red clover can combat cancer. Snapdragon flowers can combat cancer, like lung cancer and metastatic cancers. I'm making some snapdragon tincture as we speak. So anyway, um, just things like that that you can do for yourself that will keep you out of the MD's office, because once you get there you're just another client, and it's sad, really. And their sickness model of healthcare, um a lot of chiropractors do nutritional consultations, or maybe they I know one of my friends, she does like all kinds of blood analysis, urine analysis, and she really gets to the nitty gritty of what's going on with you. And you can maybe make a change in diet, you can make a change in habits. It's really up to you how healthy you want to be. um, and that's amazing to me, that each one of us really kind of more or less chooses our own destiny. Um, According to Seth, if you that we chose our parents, we chose to be in our situations, whatever they were, but beyond that, the choices that we make every day lead us to the place that we are now. And whether or not we want to admit it, everything that happens to us happens because we caused it. Um, the first way to start the whole process is to think it. So if you are thinking to yourself that you're a sick person, and that, you're struggling to get well, or, even thinking of beating cancer. I'm not beating it. It's my own body. I'm mutating it to the normal cell that it once was. You know, things like that. If you do that, it's like everything changes. Once you realize that you have the power to do all of that, your body heals itself, folks. Nobody has to do a god darn thing to it. And guess what? You get a cut on the arm, it's going to heal up. And really ulcers and all kinds of stuff like that. It's like a cut on the arm. You just got to know how to fix it. And fixing it could mean giving up wine, or quit smoking, or, eat more green leafy stuff, less raw, red meat or whatever. I don't know. It's whatever your gig is. But it's really up to you to be the person to heal yourself. And I'll tell you that now, as a physician, I used to, get giddy and take credit for it and be like, oh, you got well, that's great, I'm so happy. So in my mind I'm thinking I did that. But no, I would be fooling myself to think that, because God healed them. They healed themselves, really, with the God part of themselves, because we have it in our power. In India, they use alternative healing in conjunction with Western medicine. Yeah. And I think that's really the way to go, is that harmonious balance of alternative methods with the allopathic means. But so many uh, MDs have gotten it in their heads that if it's not in their tool bag, in their regimen, then it's quackery. They because they're so stuck in their left brain that they I think, well, left, but that's probably you're right. So anyways, they're stuck in their left brain, and they don't see that there's that connection between, mind and spirit. So body, mind, and spirit connection, healing. Body, mind, and spirit healing. There we go. They don't put them all together in a fashion that's helpful for the patient. And not only that, you got to remember, a lot of people who come in that are ill don't have a clue about what's going on inside of here. And I would urge that as small children, we don't just learn the parts, names for the parts, nose, eyes, on the outside that we can see, but that we start to teach them what's inside and what it does and how magnificent it is. But see, then the kids would see that, this can't all be by chance, and that there must be a higher power somewhere. And so then that would start them questioning God, we can't have any of that. This is public school, damn it. We aren't going to talk about inner workings. It's craziness. So anyway, um, because really you go into the doctor's office and most people don't know the language that they're using. And so they just, uh-huh, okay, what is it that I need? Okay, then. And that's what they do, even though that might be not what they need, but that's what that guy has to offer. But truth be told, I doubt many MDs tell the patient that, oh, you have options. Did I tell you? You have alternatives, you have options. You don't have to have this surgery. You can go try something else. And guess what? It just might work for you. But, since I'm a surgeon, I'm going to tell you have to have surgery. So go into it like that. If you walk into an MD's office, count on the fact he's going to try and give you some drugs, something. If you go to a surgeon, count on the fact that they're going to tell you need surgery. It's like if you go to a chiropractor, you can pretty much count on the fact that they're going to tell you need an adjustment. It's just that, wherever you go, expect that to be included in the answer. And if you're lucky, you'll find someone who will also tell you, but if this isn't for you, you can try this, and this, and that might work for you. So it's really up to you to decide and do your homework. Look into this shit. It's all over the internet now. There is hardly anything that you can't look up on the internet, for Christ's sakes. And way the system's built, yeah. And they've been taught the system, exactly. And it's an insurance game. It's not even just about MDs and all that. It's an insurance deal too now. So I think we need to take insurance companies out of the whole picture in general, and just basically give them the boot, and people can just pay according to how they can pay. I'd go back to the days of yes, I'll take your chickens and apples to treat you, for your issue. So yeah, I totally would go back to that. So anyway, shoot. Okay, there we go. Part of the system of healthcare. I know it's ridiculous. So anyway, healthcare needs to be reformed. Way better than Obama did it. And I think that, well, we're not going to talk politics, but let's face it. The orange haired one is not the orange faced one will not give a crap about reforming healthcare or women's rights or any of that. So if any of that interests you, you may want to, look elsewhere for your voting. Okay. So there we go. I Ching. Check it out. This one is a good one. It is by Brian Brown Walker. We'll give him the credit. Brian Brown Walker. He's good. And it's so thin and light, you can take it anywhere. And to read them, you throw coins 6 times, and you make lines. So then the bottom line is the first roll, and so on and so forth. And you go up the page, not down. So then you start there. That's the bottom one, the first one. And then you go to the second one, and you add them up. You add up, let's see, heads are 3 points, tails are 2 points. So then you add up the score for each one, and it tells you what line. So odd numbered lines are unbroken or straight lines, and even numbered ones are a dotted line. So 2 dotted lines, or an unbroken line, or a broken line, sorry. Unbroken and broken lines. So you'll come up with something like, let me get my little book, and you'll come up with something like one of these. So you can see the broken and unbroken lines. And then you use the little chart to figure out what your hexagram number is. And there's this little chart then right here, and you go along the edge, and it tells you the lower the lower three lines, and then this is the upper three lines. And then you kind of just meet where, it's like, okay, I had that one, and then I got this one, and then that's your number. So you go and you read that, and it tells you your little daily fortune or whatever, and or how you should, go about business that day. And then I always write them down, and you ask a question too. And so then I write that stuff down, and I want to see over time, how does that apply to my life, over time. So you guys want a reading? Anybody want a reading? I would be glad to do a tarot reading tonight for anyone who's interested. What time are we looking at? Okay. All right. Julie Ann would love a reading. So let's do this. And I'll put this over here. I hope I can read it. It's kind of dark in here, but I got my phone. I can shine my phone on it. It's somewhere in here. And I heard it go off once before. Oh, there, right in front of me. Okie dokie. We'll just do a little 3-card reading. Okay, and Joanne. All right, we'll do Julianne first because I'm thinking of Julianne in my head. Whoop. And you know what? I'm going to take those two because they jumped out at me for a reason. And then, oh, that's a good one. So you got, it's reversed 6 of Wands is your recent past. So the reverse 6 of Wands would, let's see here, 6 of Wands. I'm going to start doing, I think, like a little tarot tutorial for everyone because you guys really should be, this is okay for entertainment. It's really just entertainment. But this would be good for you guys to learn how to do your own readings. And then, because this is just really for entertainment. I don't know how many times I can say that. So let's see. Delay in your success in some way or events not turning out the way you'd anticipated. It's disappointing, but only a temporary setback. Delay is all part of the process too. So stick with your plan and continue to work diligently. You're almost there. Don't give up now. That's your recent past. And then King of Wands is your present card. And he is may represent a person who embodies the qualities of leadership, authority, stability, and calm in the face of adversity. Or it may be asking you to step into an authority role. By relying on your instincts with maturity and confidence, you can take decisive action with enthusiasm. Notice how you react around others who display these characteristics. And then it says, in love and romance, you've been charmed by a charismatic partner who embodies the qualities of stability, authority, and success. 2 of you may be destined for a mature relationship based on loyalty, taking action, and stability. If you're both trying to take the lead, compromise is necessary. And then let's see, you're entering a period of taking action based on your intuition and confidently asserting yourself, working hard on mastering your responses and reactions to others without losing your cool. Always good. So then the sun means about the same thing, whether it's upside down or right side up. It still is good. It's a good thing. It means that good things are coming your way. Oh, that's too far. But let's see here. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Sun. No, wait. That's not it. That's the star card. And that's the moon. Here we go. The sun. The sun is one of the only cards that means virtually the same thing, upside down or upright or reversed. It may be difficult to recognize that things are changing when shifts don't happen overnight, but the reverse sun can ask you to take a second look at your circumstances and celebrate the small wins. They add up in time. If you're attuned to them, beware of being pessimistic because things are improving. So that's good. That's a good thing. Things are improving. Not my circus or monkeys. Take control of your friends. Oh gosh, that's funny. Yeah, like you can control your friends ever, anybody really. You can't hardly really control anybody, I don't think. Because if you were, that would be manipulation. And manipulation's not good no matter what, if you have no expectations of people, you're rarely disappointed. Oh, yeah. But yeah, you can't go into anything with expectations because it's just not good. All right, so now we've got Joanne, and I'm going to cut these because none jumped out at me. So I'm going to cut them instead. And then I'm going to go from here for Joanne. So that one. Joanne, has somebody taken something from you recently? Like somebody stole something, or they were less than honest with you? Oh, you're welcome, Julianne. No problem. I hope it helps you in some way. Um, so let's see. It's the well, if I'm going to teach you guys how to do this, it's 7 of Swords, and it was upright. So I'm going to read that and see what it says here. 7 of Swords. That's 9. I went past it. Okay, 7. Better have the glasses. Okay. Let's see. Warns of possible deception and lies. Either someone may be dishonest or you may be lying to yourself about something. Can also represent strategy or manipulation tactic you're using to get something you want rather than being open and upfront about your needs. Always an opportunity to reframe the situation with honesty and frank communication, as suggested by your 2 remaining swords. So ask yourself, what's the 7 of Swords asking you to confront? So let's see. Now's the time to come. Okay, that's if you're in a relationship. Now's the time to come clean, be open, and communicate clearly. Let's see. You've been keeping aspects of your personal life hidden, but it may be time to open up and have an honest conversation. There's someone in your life who manipulates you, steals your ideas, or wastes your time. Self deception about the truth of a relationship, situation, or behavior will only lead to more heartbreak. Excuse Pardon me, heartbreak. So that would be past. Then your current is the Knight of Cups, and he's a guy on the move. The Knight of Cups. He is. Consider the motivation behind gestures, including your own actions. Are you doing something purely for recognition or attention? It's easy to get swept up in emotional experience, such as idealizing someone or something. Slowing down will allow you to see the person or situation more clearly and enjoy the process as it unfolds. So, the ideal partner is coming into your life, but take things slow while enjoying the romance. Alternately, you may experience renewed romantic feelings in a relationship. So, you are either acting on romantic feelings or preparing to do so. Any minute, things can happen. And I'm telling you what, that's true. So, 2 of Swords would be your last card. That's your future. So, let's see. And it's right side up. Finding yourself in a place of indecision is just as painful as the fear you experience by choosing inaction. Fear of making the wrong choice will paralyze you. Reaching out and asking for advice and support will help ease your mind, but ultimately, listening to your own intuition and taking action on your own will provide the relief you seek. That's good. So, you've been protecting yourself due to pain, due to fears that stem from experiences in your past. Taking time to gather your thoughts before making a big decision is wise, but don't wait too long. If you're feeling indecisive or defensive about making choices, remember that only you know what is best for you. You can make courageous choices if you can only trust yourself. And that's good advice. Really, I don't care who you are. Trust in yourself. And if you have intuitional feelings that something is not right or something is maybe something is right, then you should go with it. But do nice. That's awesome. Oh my God. Um, make sure you keep some mystery about my bedroom activities, which have been few and far between, to be honest. It's not where my focus is right now. However, I thought I had met someone that was like really great for me. However, as I reflected upon it more, he really wasn't. It was, I think, not a blessing from God, but a test to see if I would fall for it, you know? And it was just more of the same that I had tried to get away from before. So if I was going to pick up more of the same, I wasn't going to get rewarded for that. And I'm sure I would have had to learn a lesson again the hard way. So I let go of it. And I'm like, let go to the universe. But then you know what? Another one got thrown in my way today. But you know what? I think today's might be a little different. We'll see. I don't think this one's going to be I think that was the test. And I think I passed it, so I get this one. Time will tell. Um, but it's definitely up my line. Hey, and maybe if nothing else, I'll get a job. So I'm looking forward to it either way. It's going to work out good for me because I did the right thing and I let go of the past and I let go of the things that were not serving me. And I really have in a big way. So anyway, cheers to me because I'm trying to live right and doing pretty good at it. Yummy. Oh, and here, I'll show you guys this because it's good. If you can get it where you're at, Oliver Winery, this lemon Moscato. And if anyone out there is checking me out from Oliver Winery, please send me a case. I'll drink it every Monday night on my podcast. There we go. That's my little plug. So, good night, Joanne. It's been a pleasure that you guys joined me. And once again, I will be here probably as time permits next Monday for another edition. And maybe I can get Ben for next week, or we'll still talk chakras. So there you go. I'll have a week to prepare myself for chakras. We all need sponsors. I know, right? So once it's legal nationwide, I'll be looking for like Snoop Dogg to sponsor me or something. Hey Snoopy, can you sponsor me? So good night to you guys. Thanks for joining me.
Have an answer for that.
Uh-oh, that's Siri. So anyway, I have an Irish Siri. So so anyway,
sure
I will see you guys again next week. And once again, you can reach me on Facebook or any of that stuff. Get me through the Things Network if you need to. But it's always a pleasure to hear from you guys. So take care and blessed be.